This is a crochet pattern tutorial for the Starry Dreams Baby Headband pattern. It's meant to coordinate with the Starry Dreams Baby Blanket and Baby Bandana. All three patterns can be found on my site at JustOneHook.com or on Etsy, Ravelry, or Ribbler. The items that you will need today will be a size 4G crochet hook, a pair of scissors, a darning needle to put the bow and the headband together at the end. I have the copy of the pattern printed out here for size reference. I'm going to work it up in the 0 to 3 month size, which has an 11-inch head circumference. If you wanted to make it bigger or smaller, you would just increase your starting chain in increments of 5. I'm going to be using the Bernat Softy Baby Cotton, which is one of my favorite yarns for baby projects because it is very soft and has a beautiful shine to it. It's a cotton acrylic blend. This is a lightweight 3 and it holds up very well in the wash. I've used this on multiple baby blankets and I just throw it in the wash and the dryer and it comes out like new every single time. So to start, I'm going to chain 52, create a slip knot, chain 52 for the smallest size, feel free to count along with me or just fast forward ahead. 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52. So I have my starting chain of 52. And from there, I just want to bring the ends together, just so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. Just putting the ends together, and I'm going to insert my hook into the first stitch, my first chain, and then yarn over, pull through, and slip stitch it through my last chain. So I've kind of created a little crown, and then I'm going to chain 1, a double crochet into that same stitch, and then immediately just start double crocheting around, going into every single chain, and then that should give me 52 double crochets at the end. So again, feel free to double crochet along with me or fast forward ahead to the end. I would recommend trying to work into just the top portion of the chain because it makes it a little bit easier to keep track of the stitches and not do too many or too little. chain is always my least favorite part of the project. But once you get it over with, you move on to the fun rows. I don't know why it always seems to take so long when you're working into the chain. I feel like it takes the most amount of time to do your starting chain than the rest of the project. And it doesn't matter what project you work on. I always feel the same way. If it's a blanket, if it's a dishcloth, a towel. It's an interesting little thing. It's almost done, a few more stitches. Okay, and then as you get to the end, just keep an eye on the start of your chain because it very easily twists and you want to make sure you can connect them. So just try to keep your two pieces going in the same direction. Okay, and then that should be our last one right there. Okay, so then from there, you're going to slip stitch to your first double crochet to connect the two, and then chain one. You're going to single crochet into the first stitch right there, and then you're going to begin the Trinity stitch and go across the round with the Trinity stitch. So if you're unfamiliar with the Trinity stitch, I do have a different tutorial that shows you how it's done, and of course I'll show you here. And within the pattern PDF, there's also image demonstrations of how to do it. So what you do is you single crochet your first stitch there, and then you insert your hook into the same spot, yarn over, pull through, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, insert your hook into the third stitch, yarn over, pull through. So you have 4 loops on your hook there. Then you yarn over again, pull through all of them, yarn over again, and you've completed your first Trinity stitch. So then to move into the next one, you again insert your hook into the last stitch used for your Trinity stitch there, yarn over, pull through, insert it into the next, yarn over, pull through, insert into the next, yarn over, pull through. You should have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 4, and then chain 1 there. So then you have 2 Trinity stitches completed right there. So you do the exact same thing all the way around, and then when you get to the end, I'll show you how to connect them. And of course, you can crochet along with me or fast forward, whatever is easier for you. So I like the Trinity stitch a lot because it gives a very different look and texture to the piece. And I don't know what it is about it because it's really just a variation on a single crochet, but I feel like it works up so much quicker than every other stitch I do. As you can see, we're already halfway around the headband. And it took so much longer on the starting chain. I'd also recommend, as you're doing it, try to keep your chains loose, because when you're working the next row, it makes it a little bit easier because we're going to be working into those chains. Those are stitches. So start there and then just single crochet into the last stitch there. Okay. And then you just do a quick slip stitch into the first single crochet that we did to join them together. So don't worry too much about how this looks here, the joining seam, because that's exactly where we're going to put the bow. It's not even, it's going to be covered and completely unnoticeable. So then chain one, we're going to turn and we're going to single crochet into our first stitch and then begin working the Trinity stitch across this way. So as you see, how I mentioned before, we're working into, that is the chain from the previous row. That's what we're working into. So don't skip over it. It's part of the stitch and part of the stitch count. And I just keep dropping my yarn. You could see on both sides, if you look at it on the other side, it gives it like a really pretty starred look because we did that little turn. So feel free to crochet along with me or fast forward to the end of the row and we'll take it from there. other thing I like about doing the stitch like this and turning the rows is that it makes it reversible. So there really is no right side or wrong side. You kind of can just wear it whichever way you prefer. And if you wanted to just wear this as a headband like this for your little one and not even put the bow, I think the stitch is pretty enough that you can get away with doing that also. And these make beautiful little headbands and really, really nice little gift items. And since they work up so quickly, as you can see, we're just about halfway done already, more than halfway done. They make really nice items for baby showers because you can work them up so quickly and you can do them in different sizes. When I originally did mine for my little girl, I did them in different sizes, obviously, and then different colors for each size. So she had one as she was growing all the way up until I think it fit her until 14 months actually. Okay, and then the last one we're gonna do is just a single crochet there and then slip stitch to your first single crochet that we did. Okay, so that is 3 rows complete. So from there, you're going to just chain 1, turn it again, and I moved mine inside out. I don't know if anybody knows, but mine's flipped inside out completely. So I'm going to unflip it and then double crochet into that same stitch that I just came out of. And then from here, you're going to just double crochet all the way around. And this is the last row on the headband. So of course you can go around with me or just fast forward to the end as you work your piece along. And this is such a simple pattern that works up so quickly you couldn't watch us through like one Netflix episode. Maybe 2, if you decide to do a few different ones. Okay, and that is the last stitch there. And then we just slip stitch to our first double crochet. And then I usually like to just not chain that last one, but cut the yarn, leave a little bit of a tail, and then pull through. So you can either now weave in the ends, which is my least favorite part, but I'm going to do anyway because it looks a little bit nicer, or just move straight to the bow and then weave in the ends at the very end. So I've just finished weaving in the ends on the headband and trimming off the excess, and this is what the finished piece looks like. So to show you the bow, we're going to create a magic circle, and to do it, this is my method, but of course do whatever's most comfortable for you. And that is how I get mine together. So we're going to work 14 single crochets into the magic circle. That's 10 single crochets. 11, 12, 13, 14, and then slip stitch to your first single crochet. And pull tight. So from here, you're going to work into the front loop only of the single crochets. The bow is worked in a double layer, so there'll be the front of the bow like this, the front petals that we're going to do right now, and then the back petals are worked in the back of the single crochet. So from here, we're going to chain 4 and then treble crochet into our next 5 stitches. So treble crochet yarn over twice, and then working into the front loop only. We're going to do 5 treble crochets in the next 5 stitches. So feel free to work ahead or work along with me. It's 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Okay, from here we're going to slip stitch to our next stitch. Oh, I'm sorry, we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and slip stitch to our next stitch, which is right here. And that's 1/2 of the first layer of the bow done. So from there, we're going to slip stitch to our next stitch, chain 4, you can kind of see what I'm doing there, and then treble crochet into the next 5 stitches. That's 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to chain 4 and slip stitch to the next stitch. Okay, and that's the first layer done. So we've just completed the top layer of the petal. So from here, we're going to slip stitch to the back of the first single crochet that we originally worked out of in the very beginning. And we're going to be working into the back loops only now. See, that's the back of it, front, and we're going to be working into the back of these stitches. So from here, we're going to chain 5. And to make the larger petal, instead of just yarning over twice, we're going to yarn over 4 times. And let me do that again. Oh my goodness, this yarn is splitting. 2, 3, 4. So then you're going to insert your hook into the next stitch, which would be right there, and begin working 5 of these treble trebles. So you can see it's longer than the original treble, and it shows nicely. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then insert that into the next stitch. Okay, and then yarn over 2, 3, 4, work into the next stitch. And that's 3 created. So we need 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Work into the next stitch. And this is our last one. We work in there. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so then from there we're going to chain 5 and slip stitch to the next stitch right there. Okay, and then slip stitch to the next stitch after that, and then chain 5 again. Okay, and then you're going to be working into the next 5 stitches there with treble trebles again. So yarn over 4 times and then begin working the treble treble into the back loop of the single crochets from your first round of your magic circle. Two. Oops. Yeah, these get a little tricky. So last one right here. 1, 2, 5, and that's 5 there. So then chain 5. And we're going to slip stitch into the very last stitch there. And there's your bow. So you can see what it looks like there. Okay, so from there, I'm going to leave a very long tail to sew it to the original headband. And pull all the way through. Okay, so this was where we joined the headband together, and I have my very long tail here, and I'm going to use that to sew these together. No super fancy way to do it. I would just take the yarn and wrap it around over and over again, probably around here to hide the stitches. So let's see, I'll place it like that. Okay, and then just work the yarn around the magic circle, making sure that you're going through both sides. See, working it through the headband. And then this makes the joining stitches basically invisible because they're blending in with the single crochets. And do one final stitch there. And then just run it through again, and then I would just knot it in the back here. Run it through a couple times. And then just tie a big old knot just to make sure it's extra secure. Okay. Trim off that little piece there. And then there's your finished headband. So what I usually like to do after I create a project is also steam them a little bit. I have a small portable steamer that I use to kind of press the fabric and make sure, press the yarn and make sure it stays nicely. So this can be worn kind of up like that or laid flat like that. And that is your Starry Dreams Baby Headband. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Be sure to comment below, let me know what you think. Comment, share, like, and subscribe for more videos. Thank you.